Left to right, left starting with the dogs, right ending with the badgers.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Okay, we got a 6. There's a 1. Kind of middle of the road. Pretty average.
It's for the
6 of the
store.
bears, though. That's pretty critical. We have an increase of 3 for the dogs, 3 for the apes, 1 for the cats, which is not surprising after what they've been through. 4 for the rats, 3 for the rabbits, 2 for the reptiles, 6 for the bears, and 2 for the badgers.
Okay, give me a second to get this down. Oops.
A 6 with the bears?
Yeah, flips them into 19.
If I remember correctly, puts them 1 away from a new tab.
And these are
from a new...
insurgency values, is that correct?
Correct. Yep.
Oh my god.
Overall population values do not go up, they can only go down.
You know?
You tell me the rabbits don't go up?
Not fast enough to matter.
Tell that to Ginkgo over
here.
You don't want to see me when I get... Never mind.
3, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2.
What about the
2, 6, 2.
2.
6 for the bears, 2 for the badgers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Y'all remember at the start when it was supposed to be like we could have done this separate or like together?
Oh yeah, rolling just round robin. Right. Couple on the apes are on the verge of moving over to 60. The rats are on the verge of moving over to 40. The rabbits are nice at 69.
Very nice.
And badgers at 37.
And on brand.
Very true.
And on brand, yeah.
All right. We have already done the planning phase, which in retrospect probably should have done after we rolled these insurgency values, because I don't know if that would have changed what you all were planning to do. Like now that you know the bears are on the verge of flipping, if you had wanted to do something else there.
Yeah, but they're on the... I don't think
they
so.
can also flip next turn on their own automatically, depending on what happens.
They're going to flip on their own.
At that point.
The only way they don't flip is if you roll a 1, Oni. And that's not going to happen, you know?
Or if I do something that lowers their insurgency.
Yeah, but why would you do that?
But you won't do that. That would be mean.
Okay. At that point, we move on to the execution phase. All plans, both the players and the GMs, are revealed simultaneously. All operations are then resolved. First, resolve all resistance operations, except for whatever it is you all are doing. Make sure you did figure out what you're doing for yourselves. And then...
oh, we did kind of, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
Then the watcher, any watcher operations that did not bump into operations done by the PCs are carried out. For the most part, what that means is if you run into something that has a chance of altering your success, such as watcher reconnaissance or anything like that, I would reveal that immediately. Otherwise, you will find out about what the watchers do after we go through everything. So, what is the Resistance's plan?
Give it to him, Hugh. Tell him who he is. Tell me who we are.
The raccoon cell, so the bear tribe cell, is going to recruit in rabbit habitat.
Yep, rabbit.
Hold on. Tactical mode. Turn off the grid again because I have to.
Don't worry, Hugh. We got your back.
Fucking time. Nope, that's the reptiles. Go into the rabbits. All right. All right. Do you want to place them all and then roll, or do you want to roll as you place? What am I doing in Rabbit Town? Oh, okay. Nothing that will interfere with your attempt.
Let's place everybody and then roll.
Yep.
The Badger cell is going to recruit in Cat Town.
Oh, okay. What is going on in Cat Town? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. They are running into increased patrols in cat territory that will modify their chance of success and the danger.
Watchers do not like the cats. Um,
And the reptiles.
we know they're recruiting. Or what do you guys think? Given these numbers, should we keep them recruiting in reptile country, or should they recruit in rat country?
To be honest, I think I just want to just stay in the reptile.
Stay in the reptile? Okay. So the reptiles are going to try and recruit another cell in reptile habitat.
Okay. And yourselves, where are you headed?
We are going to try and recruit
Oh my
a
God.
cell in the ape habitat.
Okay. That
You know, we're for us as a group, we're some talkers. We got some good domination roles in here.
As everybody looks at Gamma.
Oh, for sure.
Alrighty. So only one of your cells, it is your poor badger cell, that is once again running into some extra difficulty with the operation. Who do you want to go with first? You have 3 recruitment operations. This is wild.
Let's start with the bears, the badgers, our newest friends.
Going into Rabbit Town. This has a base success chance of 6. You are going into the rabbits who have a high insurgency score, so the chance of success is actually an extra base die. But it is 2 danger dice for this, because 1 for the base operation of recruiting, and then 1 because you are recruiting in a neighboring habitat.
Okay. So 7 and 2.
Yep. Whoever is rolling, roll 7 base and 2 gear.
Yes.
Nailed it. Okay. Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh,
I got to make some notes here. Okay, success. And the reptiles, with their current insurgency being, what did I say it was? It is only 24. So that gives you a -1 success chance, meaning you are rolling 4 base dice, but you are only rolling 1 danger die. So 5 base, 1 gear for the
5
attempt by the
base, 1 gear. Okay.
reptiles to recruit more reptiles.
Okay. You said 5 base, 1 gear?
5 base. It is base of 6, but their insurgency rating is fairly low.
Okay.
if this fails, we might have to kill PI.
Oops.
It doesn't, though. Oh, no.
Does not.
All right, just had to make sure.
So is that another
Spreading
recruitment
in the
success?
reptile habitat.
It's another success.
That is
Oh,
another
yeah.
success. By everything going on. Okay, Badger Tribe. This one's a little iffier. Again, the base chance of success is 6, and the base danger is 1. What is the insurgency rating of the cat habitat? It is only 19. They have taken a bit of a beating. That is a -2 success chance, which puts you down to 4 dice. And because it is a neighboring cell, puts you up to 2 danger dice. However, the presence of active patrols in this habitat lowers the chance of success by another 2 dice and increases your danger by 2 dice. So you are rolling 2 base dice and 4 gear dice.
Oh,
Hey, can I recap session real quick so I can get a free reroll?
I did forget to do that, actually.
oh my god.
Here's the thing about me you need to know. I don't need it. Okay, that's it. I mean,
Was that a failure?
I did
Not a
not
success,
kill her. I did not
But
kill
your
our
spell
cell.
survives.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm happy with this.
I mean, it sort of seems like what happened is the cells showed up in the cat habitat, saw all the watchers roaming around, and we're like, "Nah, we're cool. We'll do this."
Like, whoa, let's take it easy.
Cool.
Yeah, honestly, pretty good.
Yeah.
That is. You didn't lose any cells. You recruited 2 new cells. That's pretty damn good. I'm gonna have to murder some more of your people so your cells fall apart or something.
Can you chill the fuck out, man? Can you chill the fuck out, man? Like,
RB for a sec.
it's super.
Okay. Where am I? Why don't I have the right page?
Hugh, did your injury get affected?
Injuries healed at this point.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it got worse or not due to the last combat.
No, it did not.
Yeah. He was very, very. Oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? Was very careful to avoid
Yeah.
the 3 activities that would have caused that.
Okay.
Caused that damage.
I was just maybe thinking like they smacked up and reopened it or something. Sorry, I gotta care about my patients.
We will pick up right after that raid. We will pick up in Pluto's little den. So while Hugh does technically still have it for the first couple days of downtime, it's obviously not a concern. Nothing you're gonna have to worry about impacting play.
Why? Okay.
Okay. Any other? Well, let me go ahead and do the results of the Watcher operations. There is further reconnaissance into the dog tribe, into the dog habitat.
Oh my
Essentially,
god.
they're the Watchers, as you all learn and will experience, are in something of a tizzy. There has been a major operation against them, a costly operation against them, and they are trying to, one, figure out what the hell happened. Like, how did this happen? And two, find you all, because there were a number of robots, a number of Watchers that survived the encounter. This has led to increased reconnaissance, increased drone patrols specifically in the dog tribe habitat. Extra patrols, as your badger cell saw in the cat habitat. There is extra reconnaissance, more drone patrols in the bear tribe's habitat. And as you will come to learn in the rabbit tribe, reptile tribe, and badger tribe habitats, the Watchers have moved in and abducted a handful of individuals from each habitat. The badger tribe actually suffers the most from this. Just to give you the final numbers, the cat tribe will lose 2 insurgency as a result of the increased patrols.
Okay.
They are clearly looking for someone who has been hassling them, setting
Right.
traps, just harming their numbers. This is not just roadblocks like the rat tribe is dealing with. This is not just increased scrutiny on travel in and out. This is, in fact, they are actively searching for the resistance specifically. So the cat tribe loses 2 insurgency. The rat tribe, already isolated, already sort of suffering, suffers fairly hard from these roadblocks. Their but the increased scrutiny, the extra delays, they lose 4 insurgency because of the roadblocks.
Oh boy.
The rabbit tribe, somewhat used to the activities of the Watchers, already far more militant and likely to stand against the Watchers than a lot of the other tribes, loses only 1 insurgency. But they also lose 4 population.
Okay.
The reptile tribe suffers similarly, although insurgency only drops 1 and the population drops 4. The reptile tribe just deals with it a little bit better. The badger tribe, on the other hand, this combined with the fact that in the early days of this happening, their leader is missing, they lose 6 insurgency as some of the more conservative and loyal members of the council begin to exert their power to take over in the absence of the mitigating force of Iserman 33.
Oh, it's time for a purge.
5
Oh my God.
population is also lost from the badger tribe. The number of individuals who are taken by the Watchers deep into the labyrinth and never seen again.
Oh my God. Is this your play for the throne?
My play for the throne? Or Hugh's play for the throne?
To be
You
clear, the
play.
leader is not there because he's with all of you.
Right.
I know, but like, still.
Yeah. Now he's got his dad right where he wants him.
I was gonna say.
Sorry, I just want a little extra drama. You don't do it.
We got a
I'm
real King Lear situation going on over here.
Yeah. Now your dad will never question you.
Never again.
Yeah, your loyalty is secured. Okay, did we win?
It felt like we lost a lot.
Not bad. I mean, look, we got 2 new cells, maybe a third, depending on how we do in the ape habitat.
Okay.
A couple things have become clear. One is they're clearly looking for somebody in the cat habitat, right? This is at least the second, maybe even the third time they've done something, right? In the cat habitat. So that's something that should be on our radar screen. And my poor badgers keep taking losses. Like I don't know that they're doing something specific or looking for somebody specific, but my Badger team's having a rough time of it.
Yeah, I mean the cat thing makes sense because ODB is there. And didn't what's his face go that way too?
Oh, True Fault?
Wasn't True Fault going up there? Or was that just the trader?
No, I think you might be right. With the EMP rifle, with the EMP
Yeah.
rifle.
With the EMP rifle, yeah.
I'm sure that's nothing.
Yeah, and Reptile and Badger Town getting fucked with, like that makes sense because I'm a reptile and you're a badger, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and they've had active cells since the beginning of the game.
yeah, they know who we are.
Yeah.
They know who we are precisely.
What? I did abductions in the 3 habitats that y'all are from. What?
That's fucked up, man. You know that? That's fucked
It
up.
is. It is. Why you coming for our home, Ted? You know.
Damn right. We gotta find someone who knows where y'all are.
Yeah,
Speaking of where you are, actually, before we do get started, would someone like to actually, for the record, and for the reroll, recap the insanity of last session? It's no.
What did happen last session? I know there was the large fight. Was that it?
That was pretty much it.
It was the prior. It was like, yeah, look, I think you just did drugs with the other shit, right? Like you just got really fucked up with the other shit.
Look, that's probably why I don't remember. I see the future, not the past. Okay. Yeah, I kind of remember hanging out with the C a little bit. Yeah, because we were like gonna like leave, and then ended up.
We got word.
Yeah, we got word that like oh yeah, right. So there was the vision that your dad was taken, and then we were basically starting like, okay, what do we do? Where do we go?
Mhm.
Do we send these people somewhere? And yeah, that's how we decided to send them on like dual rescue missions and whatnot. Yeah, we made it all the way around the map, not going south, going north. Made it all the way to kind of cut them off before they made it to the Forbidden Zone. And they were at like I mean, like we would know it as like maybe like an abandoned radio station or something like that. Something with like a tall watchtower, communication tower or something. And we had to plan. What was that?
It was a search and rescue station.
A search and rescue station.
Basically, medical support for when people on the slopes might have gotten hurt or lost.
We planned an approach and an idea to distract, right? Didn't we fix the megaphone?
Yeah, I mean we
Yeah.
we fixed the megaphone, and fucking Kenko took a massive risk. And
Yeah,
played
was
decoy.
shouting and played decoy so we could burrow under the ground to rescue your dad.
Yeah.
And boy, we almost didn't do that. That almost did not just go well. And then we got attacked, but we managed to like stabilize, and then the TV guy came out. The watcher with the TV face. So like we don't know it's the one. I don't think it's one of them. I think it's well, I don't think it's that one. I think it's one of many. But probably like a few, right? Maybe
I mean, I think prior to the fight, it was one of many. But since we lit its interior on fire and then marked it with the black spray paint all over its face, and so now it's easily identifiable, I'm pretty sure it's the one.
It's the one. Oh no! It's
If
like
it
when
wasn't before, it is now.
It's Johnny Five getting geared up in Short Circuit,
Yeah,
except
hell
he's
yeah.
evil. He is evil, this one. Yeah, TV guy messed us up real bad. But we did discover, he said that Haley 43, Gamma's wife, his love, was still alive. So that was a pretty great reveal. We somehow managed to stabilize each other enough to get everyone up and run and run away and survive. I think one more round and it would have been the end of us for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
pulling like all the stops, like, what do you have in your inventory? Can this food help us right now?
It's a moment in the game where you pause and just start looking at, you start reading shit.
Yeah, like, okay, what does this do?
Fuck, I kind of just picked this card up because I just had a random spot, a random pickup.
But we managed to save the day, saved Hugh's dad, and a guy you don't like, but I forget his name.
Crosby 87
Crosby 87.
fucked up real bad.
Yeah, he was real messed up. We lived.
Not just fucked up, but it was very clear that this was not wounds he sustained in like a fight.
Right.
This
Yeah,
was
he was being dissected and whatnot.
yeah, this was surgical.
Yeah, he was being hurt.
I hate to put him back under the knife, but
He's gonna have a phobia of blades.
Leaving
want-
the sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, hey, I want to let it be known. I leveled up my heal skill, so be thankful.
I'm thankful.
Fleeing from the abandoned search and rescue station, being used as a makeshift surgical theater by the observer you left behind, screen blackened and blinded by spray paint, on fire, seemingly uncaring, noticing the flames that are still burning off the fuel around its screen and on its shoulders, standing in the rain. The pair of sentinels that had been chasing Ginkgo, trundling their way through the wet forest to the crunchy gravel road to return. The 5 of you now have retreated to the home den of Pluto 53. The once dog tribe member, now in exile, having been saved from the Western Forbidden Zone by Drake previously. He asks no questions when you arrive, merely begins setting about settling the most injured of you back into what few resting places he has, his own kind of straw mattress bed, air quotes on the term bed, being used for Crosby, while the rest of you are left to find space throughout the cave. It is cramped with 6, 7 of you in there, but you fit. You fit. You fit long enough to find somewhere to sit down or lay down, collapse against a wall, and drift off is perhaps a little generous, but collapse and practically pass out as the exhaustion and the ending of the adrenaline of the encounter all seem to hit you at once. In the cave, none of you actually feel or see, really, the sun's rays that denote the next day. The rain doesn't truly let up until sometime in the middle of the night. Pluto 53, as each of you sort of drift in and out of consciousness and sleep, is doing his best to tend to the injuries of all of you. I don't think any of you made it out particularly unscathed in the physical damage department. But he is one wolf, and there are a number of patients, and so it is the most basic administrations that he is able to provide to each of you. Over the next week or so, you all are nursed back to health. The sound of watchers seeking you all out, the sound of watchers moving through Paradise Valley, moving through the dog habitat where you all are hidden away, is a near constant hum of drone rotors, lower flying than they normally would, where you would barely be able to detect them there. These are quite clearly out en masse as not just a searching force, not just a hunting force, but also as a show of force to put into the other mutants of Paradise Valley, that if they have heard about what happened, none should be thinking that this is something that they will try to repeat. Now, as the only 5, 6 of you that know what happened are currently resting in a cave, the rest of Paradise Valley is left to wonder what in the hell is going on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
I had this like when I was thinking about you were asking us like think about what you did,
Mhm.
during this time. I was like, oh man, it'd be funny if Gamma goes through like a training montage and he's getting like just ripped and jacked in a montage. But when it comes time, like at the end of the week, like I'm as frail as I normally am. Like there is no muscle.
Just even a
we have,
different outfit.
yeah.
You all have a week that you decide to. Let me rephrase this. It is about a week before you all feel that you are truly recovered enough, and Crosby is recovered enough for any sort of major travel to happen. At least a few days. You know you are going to stay here the in the small den of Pluto 53. He does, after a few days when everyone is conscious and able to move around, he does offer to deliver a message to somebody if there's someone you need to let know of what has happened, someone you need to check in with.
Yes, send a message that TV face bastard. I'm coming.
Oh, God,
Nod
you're
and
so fucking hardcore.
steps away.
Get actually no.
You have a few days before anything. I mean, before you are even fit to move around. Is there anything anyone is getting up to, or any conversations people are having during that day or during those first couple days before?
Yeah, let's ask how it happened. Like, what happened? To your dad. Like, how did this? Your dad's in the resistance? Question mark? Question mark?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it among the conversations I need to have, I need to introduce myself to my father and find out what his real name actually is.
I think this is
You,
my first time meeting your dad too.
oh,
That's
that's
true.
right. Yeah. Yeah. So I will introduce Ginkgo, uh, and I will introduce him as Ginkgo. Well, hey, now that uh, things have calmed down a little bit, you didn't see him during the operation because he is sort of the one that made it all happen by acting as a decoy and creating the space for Gamma and I. This is our friend Ginkgo. Ginkgo, this is my father. Um, what? h- How should I introduce you to Ginkgo, Dad?
You'd think that I would have been smart enough to come up with a name for this guy, a resistance name for this guy.
Oh shit, he doesn't have one.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I
His
think he actually does just say, "I'm just going by Iserman still. No number, just Iserman.
he's just too cool. He's just too cool for school.
I don't
It
want
should.
folks. I lead. I'm on the council of my tribe. I can't risk anybody slipping up. Somebody calls me Iserman, but not Iserman 33. Well, there's only one other Iserman in the tribe. Most people aren't going to try to get us confused."
I understand. Well, I'm glad you get to meet Ginkgo, and although you've met before, not quite like this. This is Gamma, and
Hello.
I'm Hewlett Packard.
Very nice to meet all of you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you for
We're
the rescue.
we're, uh, we're happy to help, and even happier that we saved you. Do you remember what happened? How you found yourself in that situation?
Word came down from our big friend that we should spread the word, let people know that the resistance is growing. Let people know that there are people, there are watchers for the watchers. We're not just letting them push us around and do whatever they want anymore. Not everybody's happy about that. Even at home, I gotta be careful. I don't think anybody turned me in or anything like that. I think just we were out talking to a few people that seemed to be interested. A couple of the younger crowd, but anyway, we thought we were pretty safe in those buildings that you den in.
Hmm.
Went to one of the upper floors because nobody's there. Nobody goes in those things. We're all underground. Probably should have just stayed underground because a patrol came by. We didn't hear them. Drones, I think, in the sky. Crosby and I, we were there with Bondra. Bondra's dead.
Hmm.
The guys we were talking to, gone. Took them a different route. I don't know what happened to them. How did you even know where we were?
I raise my hand.
Yeah, right. I'm real grateful to all of you. We are real grateful to all of you. That thing with the screen, it kept asking us questions at first. We didn't answer, and it just said something about getting the rest of its answers when we got to the labyrinth. That didn't stop it from... He just sort of looks over at Crosby, who, at this point, this is probably the day, maybe 2 days after the... Excuse me, hiccups. 2 days after the rescue, Crosby is still unconscious. Various poultices and bandages and stitches keeping him together.
Did it call itself a name of some kind?
No, it never. It just kept referring to us as test subjects and by our other names. Eisman 33, Crosby 87. But only when it was asking questions. And after the first round of questioning didn't work, it never talked to us again. Just did what it was doing. Cutting and that screen changing.
What would it change to?
Show us our own faces sometimes. That was weird. Showed me other members of the tribe. Showed me Hugh. I don't know what Crosby saw.
Did you think that... How to put this question into words? Pass.
Yeah.
Yes, pass.
Did I die?
No, I'm passing on the question.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I thought you were asking me if I passed away.
Oh, I mean, did you?
No, not that I know.
Hmm.
I mean, Crosby took the worst of it. He may have, for all I know, if it may have brought him back.
Do you have any idea what they were like looking for?
When they were asking us, or
Danny?
just
When
the patrol? I think the patrol was just looking around. We shouldn't have gone into those damn buildings. I think they know that we don't live in those things, and so, 5 of us gathered all in one place stood out suspicious.
I meant more like when they was like dissecting Crosby, or was they just doing that as like like?
I mean, I never really saw it while it was happening. I just saw the after effects. You can ask him when he wakes up. I know when it was the few times it cut at me, it didn't ask questions. It wasn't torturing me. It was just like it was making sure everything was where it was supposed to be.
Well, like a really intense checkup, basically.
Yes, yeah. Although our healers never did that sort of shit.
Hey, I'm a healer myself. I don't think that's necessary.
You're as leader of your tribe, you have great influence over your people. You could sway more to our cause.
I was trying, but I can't. Even now, I can't just come out and say, "Hey, we should join the resistance." I mean, the council. I'm only one of three. The other two are. I mean, they lead the weasels and the other. Doesn't matter.
Surely, though, you're in charge.
Am I the strongest of the three? Yes. Am I strong enough to take on the loyalists in the whole tribe? No.
No,
We just don't have enough support yet.
of course.
It's getting there. It's getting
And-
there.
Mhm.
Who's next up for a council seat?
I imagine there'll be some brawl that decides the whole thing.
Who do you think is the one on the council that works for them? Always sides with the Watchers.
No. I don't think so. I mean, we're not talking like loyal. I'm not talking about loyal to those walking tin cans specifically, but just loyal to the way things are, you know?
But you could find those who are loyal, causing problems.
I probably could. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm not sure I get what you're getting at, but I mean, this isn't going to stop me from being part of the resistance.
No, what I'm getting at is your position puts you in a unique place to identify people and influence without being looked at suspiciously. You know, a turn of a word here and there changes the meaning. People think, thinking, questioning, these things change. But you could also find those who cause a problem for the resistance, for when
Yeah, I
we need to
mean,
clean house.
yeah, I guess. I mean, the main problem will be everybody saw me getting marched out of there by the Watchers. Well, not everybody, but enough people saw me getting marched out of there by the Watchers. They're going to wonder how the hell I got back.
People do get let go.
Suppose so. After all, I'm back, aren't I? That's a sign of something. What what else has our big furry friend had you all doing? We've had we've had him send down missions, orders, whatever you want to call it, a few times now.
Well, some gun running. Um, we did attempt to negotiate a peace between two tribes, but for some reason that went a little sideways.
Yeah, I
Mainly,
guess it did. I guess it did.
maybe that memo didn't get to you.
I have a vague recollection about that. Uh, all right.
But we've been doing quite a lot, actually. I mean, I think it's no coincidence that the Watchers are all kicked up like a hornet's nest. We've been successful. getting under their metal skin.
Good. Glad to hear it.
And making friends, and we hope to make more.
Just be careful. I mean, we got caught just talking to our own people, so. Especially after that, I get the feeling they're going to be looking for y'all specifically.
Faces. They know your name and face, so I think they'll maybe care less.
We're like ghosts.
Our good friend ODB taught us how to camouflage ourselves.
I don't see him here. Did
You
Watchers
see how
get
well
him?
it works?
funny. Is he? But he's okay. I guess you wouldn't be joking if he was dead.
No, he's kicking up a storm in Cat Town.
Oh,
Glad someone's out there giving him a bloody nose. So, where is this place?
This place?
Yeah, this place.
Kind of
uh,
around here.
Peers over at Pluto, who is tending to Crosby.
It's our best friend Pluto's place. It's in this area.
isn't it outside, like right outside of Cat Tribe?
It is at the "You Are Here" sticker, right about there. Not that far from the Western Forbidden Zone. So,
Yeah, it's only
Oh,
like 20 feet from the Western Forbidden Zone.
oh yeah. Here we are, we're right here.
200 feet? I think like 200 feet.
But
well, as soon as we're fit to move, I'll head back to Badgerboro, see if I can like you said, see if I can figure out who's loyal, who's going to be an issue come time.
Mm.
I don't want to know where you're going.
You and your boy, my best friend Hugh, my rotten soldier,
My sweet cheese, my good
my sweet
devil.
cheese. um, you're both incredible at diggers. Be at digging.
whoa.
Whoa, take it easy.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm allowed to say it.
We get some real Pharaoh points going.
You're both
Hey,
good at
speaking of
digging.
everybody, don't forget to get your 2 barrel points for the start of this session.
Bro, I'm still tapped out, bro. Fuck, I just gotta start spending the.
What if your tribe began digging tunnels extending underneath all of Paradise Valley?
Oh my god, please.
We could travel unseen.
I mean, we can do that, but it's a lot harder than it sounds.
How long do you think something like that would take?
I mean, Badgerboro's taken us ever since the humans left to dig out. Even digging to something like the lodge, that could take months, if not years. You gotta shore it up, plus you gotta find a place to put everything you're digging out. Like, all that dirt's gotta go somewhere.
But generationally could
Oh,
happen.
it's definitely possible.
Hmm. We can't dig out, but it doesn't mean we can't dig in.
Get everybody on board with it, that's definitely something I can put people to, but again, it's not like I can do that publicly. There's just not enough support for this sort of stuff going on in Badgerboro right now. I can try to. I can paint it as expanding Badgerboro, but I've got to give them a why. Badgerboro as it stands is enough. So
Just thoughts.
yeah, no, that's a good thought.
How do you think you could dig under a building enough to sink it?
Maybe I don't know.
What about structural damage? Make it unstable.
Maybe it would depend on the building, I guess.
What if it was Dogtown?
You want me to collapse the lodge?
I'm just not. I didn't say I want you to. I'm just saying, is it possible?
On my own, probably not. Even me and Hugh, I don't think so. That you'd need a whole crew for that. Because I mean, as we move, the dirt's just kind of going behind us, so it's just kind of, sort of shoring up. The legit. I don't need to get into the legit of excavation. Could it be done with a big enough crew and enough time? Probably, yeah. Safely?
Would be quite a sight to see something like that.
Sure would be.
Let's hope it's not necessary, though.
Oh, I agree. It's so funny. We know so many ways to kill the leader of the dog gang.
What?
Fucking wild thing to say.
It's just strange, and over time we've learned certain patterns and coincidences that align such that you could murder the leader of the dog tribe in quite an easy fashion. I mean, this is not easy, but just simply saying that it could happen.
Have you been theory crafting how to kill the leader of the dog tribe?
No, it just keeps coming up. The patterns reveal themselves.
There's no way that this keeps coming up.
The future.
A future.
Fuck, I forgot he can't just see shit.
I do want to take the moment, as our bones are mending, to just say that Ginkgo, Hugh said it earlier, but we literally couldn't have done any of this without you. I mean, incredible work.
Oh no, thank you, thank you. You the ones that you guys that saved them, so really, you know, y'all did most of the actual lifting.
Well, look, all four of us did really good work.
Hell yeah. I just located my arm fighting one of the drones. Uh, I popped it right back in, but like it, I gotta watch out for that. So if you get a
That's
machete, be careful with your form. As I try to replicate the shit that fucked up my arm and then hurt it again. Okay.
Why would you do it? Why would you do it again?
I was trying to demonstrate what not to do.
Well, I think I know.
Okay, let's go put it back.
You pop the joint back into place. The next couple days are quiet, routine, restful, but also a little bit nerve-wracking. You know that you are being hunted. You know that the Watchers are looking for you, and you know the sort of things that the Watchers are capable of doing.
But you know me, I'm a hare man, and I am used to being a prey. I'm cool headed. I'm ready for this.
Your damaged kidney does eventually heal.
As it does, and as we're all healing, I'm not exactly watching like a hawk, right? But at some point, I'm sure I look over and see that Crosby 87 is beginning to stir and is has regained some consciousness. How long that lasts, or how long those periods of consciousness last, I don't know. But during one of them, I'd like to go over there. Hey, Crosby 87. I know we've had our differences, but we're taking good care of you the best we can, and I'm glad we got you out of there. And don't you worry about a thing, buddy. I'm just as soon as I'm better, I'm going to go out and scavenge you the best material I can for a nice wheelchair for you.
He turns his head just enough to open one eye to look at you, and just all of the disdain is sort of still there. There's that tiny, tiny mix of appreciation, but just, I can still feel my toes, you dumb shit.
Oh, gee, that's my bad.
Tim
I'm just looking out for you, buddy.
pulling his.
That's all.
Adam, you're a bastard because this is the most awkward conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. Ta-da! To make it a little less awkward, I'll just fast forward. Like the next day, right? I'm definitely going to go back when he regains consciousness at some point and be like, "Hey, man, I'm real sorry about yesterday, about that misunderstanding. I'll make sure to make you a nice set of crutches."
You can you can you actually move your toes? Let me see you move your toes, man.
From both the perspective of Pluto 53 and you as an experienced healer and surgeon, like I said, these marks were very surgical. They were very precise. They did not do any damage that they did not intend to do, and he should fully recover.
Yeah,
A
I
lot
mean,
of
I know
deep.
these guys would say that to you because they've got good bedside manner and they don't know you, but like I feel like we're close enough that I got to be honest. A couple days at most, buddy. We'll make them comfortable.
I'm gonna
Someone
give
has
him a
just
somber
secured an
look.
experience point.
You give him oh, you're giving him the like, oh, the slight shake of the head. You could you can see Crosby looking between like you and Hugh, Pluto, and Pluto like kind of catches on and turns around, and you see
Hey
Crosby
man,
starting to get a little nervous. Like, wait, I can move everything. I'm gonna be fine, right? I'm gonna be fine, right?
hey, I just want to let it be known I'm also a therapist as well. So if you need anybody to talk to in your time of need, come to me. Well, you're laying right next to me. Honestly, we're both recovering, like not that far away from each other. Anybody, if you need to talk about anything before our time here is done, let me
Ass.
know.
I'm
It
sorry.
is another, like you said, passes, and I don't want to.
Oh,
Pass.
I didn't hear the P and was like, that's a weird
Ass.
conversation.
Uh,
It's a weird conversation starter.
I knew you were playing hard to get this whole time.
Adam, I'm going, not Adam, Ted, as master of this game. I am going to, I'm gonna make a scry totem of the TV watcher.
Okay.
This is the one, boys.
Yeah.
This is the one. Oh, is it a no? Okay, it's just a regular scry one.
Just a regular scry roll. 2
It
successes
is
so
the
far.
one. It's 2.
Hell yeah.
Do you want to
I'm
push?
gonna push because it's 10 dice, and it's
This is
insane that it's only
so
2.
fucking crazy, man.
That's about average, you figure.
Yeah.
It's yeah. In this
Someone's going to
game,
need a therapist after this.
yeah, in this game, it's certainly above average.
Oh,
Yo,
hell
it's the
yeah.
one.
Yo.
Oh my god, you
It's
have
the
6
one.
dice that you could re-roll. Now 4 of those are base dice, but you know.
Ted, I see what you're saying. You're right. You're right. Okay, it's
You,
You see how he baits you? You
still
see how he
4
baits you?
successes, you gain 1 feral point and take 1 point of which I'm literally in the process of saying it's a couple more days before, so I wouldn't be too concerned about Mark.
I think
I was going to say you will have time during all of this to brew some potions. Their natural lifespan being only a couple days means basically whatever your last set of potions brewed before anything else happens would be the ones you've got if there's potions you would like to make.
Yeah, let's get fucked up, dude.
let's get fucked up.
What kind of poison can you
And
make?
Pluto can offer you a new container if you want to make something that you don't already have in an inventory
Honestly,
slot.
I think I'm my health potions probably have gone bad or probably have been used. Probably, but I think I'm probably gonna make one set of uh, what's the ones for agility? I gotta go to. I think it was like invigorating.
That sounds right. Yep, invigorating,
Invigorating.
healing D6 points of fatigue.
One invigorating and uh, gotta get to talent. I think it was bolstering. I think it was invigorating and bolstering. I think the one that cured doubt.
Intoxicating.
Intoxicating.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
Hey man. Hey man.
Not actually booze. That would take a different talent.
I
Don't you
could
tell
get
me
that
what it
talent.
is.
Let me know, man. Let me know how bad you really want that that moonshine. I get it for you.
I do. I do.
Fuck it, bro. One of these. I'm gonna let you know, man. Uh, yeah, but I'm just gonna make those 2 potions.
Okay.
And thank you, Pluto.
Go ahead and make your brew potion roll. Each success will give you 1 dose.
Am I making this for both or just one?
You'll do 1 check for each type.
Okay. This is my invigorating.
Okay.
Oh
2
yeah.
doses.
Doses of invigorator. And here's my bolstering.
Intoxicating.
Intoxicating. Oh, we're getting fucked up. We gotta push it.
1 dose. You can push if you want.
A lot of
You
empty
push.
dice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
2
worth.
doses.
Or too
Okay.
too intoxicating, too invigorating.
Yep. And any other potions you have by this time have lost their potency. It is probably the 3rd day or so after you all have fully rested and recovered. So it's been about a week now since you came to Pluto's before he comes back one day from gathering supplies and lets you know that, hey, the drone patrols have sort of calmed down, not entirely. Looks like they're still doing some sort of reconnaissance, but the numbers have settled down. I think it's about as good as it's going to get for a while. If there's somewhere you need to go, or if you want to check in with someone or do anything,
Mm.
I've got to get back to. I'm going to try to make my way up to. I was thinking anyway of trying to make my way up to the cat habitat, do a little bit of trading, or maybe over to the apes. It's a longer trip, but it's a little safer. I'm running out of supplies.
What do you need?
I mean, food. I'm not much of a hunter myself. So I usually trade with either the cats or the apes. I can't really go back to the lodge.
Oh, of course, yes. They'll kill you, of course. Well, we were heading to the apes. You could come along. Well, we were thinking of heading to the apes.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that'd be great. Be nice to have some company for the trip. It's a couple hours to get there, so
Oh, yeah. But this will be your first mission, as a member of the resistance.
you can see as he just sort of takes a deep breath, straightens out the shoulders. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for this. Yeah, I can handle this.
He's ready. He's ready.
It's great to have you aboard.
Okay. Uh,
I guess
he
the
let me
last
know he was
thing.
ready when he took care of all of us. So honestly, I got nothing but faith in him.
I guess the last thing to do before we head out is say a final prayer and euthanize the one that just isn't going to recover. It's the merciful thing to do.
Aye. Unfortunate but true. Who is this?
I'm
Talking
gonna
about
look at
you,
Pluto.
Crosby 87. We're talking about you, Crosby. You son of a bitch.
As he's standing like against one of the walls, stretching out, like limbering up. All right, you assholes, this joke has run its course. It's been days. I'm fine
You
now.
you hear that?
Looks
He's
over.
dazed.
He looks over at Pluto. I'm fine. I'm fine now.
I'm
Right.
looking over at Pluto too, like doctor, is he fine? Is he fine?
Before we do leave, I will approach Crosby 87 and earnestly be like, all kidding aside, I'm glad you're all right, and I'm glad we're on the same team.
Thanks for the rescue. That looks like the most painful sentence he has ever uttered in his life.
Mhm.
I know you do the same.
Yeah, absolutely, totally.
I do that thing where I try
forward
and squeeze his hand tighter as I'm shaking it. I know you do the same.
Okay. All right, I got it.
Yeah,
He
that's what
is
I thought.
significantly stronger than you. You are
Yeah,
not hurting his hand, but he's
in the
also
least.
not trying to crush your hand in return.
Right. Love it.
Eiserman 33
Oh.
and Crosby 87 that leave you that evening after dinner, slipping out into the darkness of night in Paradise Valley, attempting to return to their attempting to return to Badgerbro and to their efforts there.
We give him a fond farewell. um, I do remind him to hey, I know you're the leader of the tribe, but be careful because they again know exactly who you are and that they had you, and they know where you will be.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if our friend's going to his office. Pass along what happened. Anything you all want me to tell him if I see him?
Yeah. Tell him I want that imp rifle.
I don't know what that is, but okay. I will let him know. Anything else? Anything?
Oh, his daughter. What is her? What is she to him?
His niece?
His niece. She's doing good. A little over her head though. Needs maybe a bit of help.
Yeah, don't we all? Be safe, everybody. I'll pass on what you've said to our friend. You can also pass on the instructions for the other cells,
Mhm.
since he is he
Hell
being
yeah.
Truffaut is usually the one to dispense the instructions that you all have decided on.
Very good.
Say, Dad,
Yeah,
I'm real glad it turns out we're on the same side of this thing.
yeah. I'm just glad I don't have to try to crush your dreams anymore. That always felt bad. I mean, the humans are still a waste, but I just want to get out of this goddamn valley.
Well, we'll work together to get out of this valley, and then you can fail at trying to crush my dreams afterwards.
Yeah, maybe I don't do that afterwards.
Either way, it's your time. it will not be successful. So, however you want to spend your time, uh, we're in agreement that that decision should be yours and not up to the watchers. So, we got to figure out how to get the hell out of here. I look at Gamma
Yeah,
and I
and
say, "Get all of us out of here."
I nod. I know precisely what he means.
the two of them step out of the cave and into the dark of Paradise Valley's night, heading west towards Badger Burrow. You all can rest one more night here in the safety of Pluto 53's den. You see him pick up a kind of tattered, old, very bland green like messenger bag and start putting a few vials and bottles into it. Things he's bringing to trade for supplies.
I don't like challenge Ginkgo, but I do want to jump with Ginkgo. If you like, we're like, testing ourselves, right? After being injured and healed.
You want to jump with me?
Hmm. Right?
Mm,
The competition. Make move rolls.
We could definitely do it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Come on. I'm ready, man.
Oh, you're
Let's,
ready?
let's do it.
Oh, okay. You've turned. It has become a competition. Okay.
Now it has to be.
Now now it has to be. Okay. My first jump. It's back. False start. False start.
I like to
Start.
imagine that the jump is actually solid. It's just you're still inside and you just jump square into the stone ceiling.
I was going too high.
Do I win my default there? Do I win my
Yeah,
default?
you win. Yeah, yeah.
You all right, man? You all right, Kim?
The only thing that hurts is my pride.
You want to talk about it?
You know, as I lay here on the ground, yeah, I got a few minutes.
I'm gonna lay on the ground with you, man.
I'll I'll talk about how um uh I'll talk about like how it that it's okay, like I know you're a good jumper, maybe even better than me. Um but I do tell you a little bit about my wife Haley.
Wow.
I talk a little bit, just a little bit about her, like it's on my mind.
Give me a little something. You gotta give me something to nibble on.
Okay. Do you think those machines lie?
So I think the machines lie. I do actually.
I don't know. It said she was alive, Haley.
It did.
Mm-hmm. Looked me right in the eyes, showed me her, said she was alive.
Then what do you do?
everything gets a little blurry. I was just so angry.
Right? All right. Mister?
Only every day.
You know? Uh, hopefully, hopefully he's not lying about this one.
Nobody ever comes back.
Um, well, maybe, maybe, uh, maybe on the other hand, things went out of their control. Like, there's a whole bunch of predators out there, like there's a whole bunch of other hunters out there. But I don't even believe, like, maybe they're just holding, you know. Uh, I don't see for any reason for them to lie about her being alive to you at that moment, you know.
Well, they wanted us to go with them into the labyrinth. They wanted to take us.
And they thought that would be like the way to entice you in there.
I turned to look at you. My just big black eyes. I almost went.
My scarred, fuzzy face looks at you with my beady black eye. I just imagine really HD photos of both of these animals. Uh, I wouldn't blame you. It's reasonable thing to consider. And honestly, man, hey, look here,
Hmm.
stronger than me. I don't think I would have been able to, you know, turn that down. Honestly,
I don't know if it makes me stronger. I can just. Hugh was in trouble. His dad was in trouble. You were in trouble. I was in trouble.
yeah. Yeah. I Everybody was in trouble, and you stepped up. That's what we need, you know. Uh, hey, let me tell you something, right? Uh, there's a hare back in the rabbit tribe. I think if they would have told me she was down there, I probably would have went right down there right away. Uh, and uh, you was able to, like, really see through that moment. That moment of selfishness. It's really step up. You are up there. You're up there, in my opinion. You're up there. Put my hand up there. Ooh, gotta use my other arm.
I look back up at the ceiling, where I hit my head, and say, I don't know. I think, if I'm honest,
Right.
I was scared. Scared that if if she was alive, that means that she's been there the whole time, and I've been up here, not doing anything about it.
You didn't know, man. You're putting too much on yourself.
I'm supposed to know.
Hey, you're supposed to see things. You're not supposed to know everything, man.
Hmm. Hey, you're a pretty good therapist.
Thank you. I wonder why I don't get more patients.
Hmm.
You all settle in. The next day dawns. How early are we setting out for wherever you are setting out for? You have said you are ultimately heading towards the ape habitat. You are in dog territory, so you can actually just head straight to the lake.
I'm a morning guy, so like I'm up as early as whenever you guys are down. Like crack of dawn is cool with me.
I will groggily wake up with you.
Yeah, I
What's
think
going
Hewitt
on,
wakes
guys?
up with the crew.
It's too early.
Oh my god, this is the best time, right?
Best time
Know
for
that?
what?
That fresh air. Uh, the dew from the cold night last night. You smell it? Yeah.
Hmm. I smell something.
Oh, it's probably my potion. My bad. Let me put a cork on that.
Got a sort of quite a pungent aroma.
Oh yeah, it gets you up. It gets you up.
Hmm. Oh yeah. You know what? I think I'm feeling it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you let me hold on to that for you?
You want to hold it?
Yeah, give it to me.
Hey, man. If I give this to you, I'm trusting you.
Uh, I trust you too.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna give you my my bottle with my invigorating potions in it.
Hmm.
It's two
I,
doses. I know how many doses are in there.
oh, two. Hmm. I give it a waft. Hmm. Oh yeah, that'll do.
It's like smelling salts.
Oh
Yeah, cool.
man.
I put it in my bag.
All right.
Pluto 53 gathers his bag, joins you all. So, off to the lake, I guess. Pretty safe route. It's straight through the woods, so it's a little slower than than if you try to take one of the trails. But if you try to take the trail down to the southern piers, but it does bring you out near one of the rafts.
Hmm. We
Take
want
us
to
a couple
be,
hours to get there.
I think, less noticed the better, even if it delays us.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of, I've been thinking, can Ginkgo, you're a surgeon, you keep saying. Um, could you do surgery on our faces to make us look different?
Are you what?
Hmm?
What are you talking about?
Well, they know who we are and what we look like, but what if we look like someone else? Like, what if I had Hugh's face?
Well, you had me
You're,
up until that last point.
Well, you'd have mine.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But then, wouldn't it just be the same three faces, and they'd know us on sight? They'd just mistake me for you.
No, I'd have your face, so it couldn't be you
I'm
or
not even
me.
looking at that, Ted. But if that's a fucking face-off, God damn it!
I mean, how can it not be that?
Right. Of course.
Precisely.
Amazing.
Can you do it?
Oh, you're like serious.
Well, it's good to know, it's the options. I mean, me personally, I was probably going to get like a hood or something.
So we went from hood to face off.
Gamma,
Mm-hmm.
Gamma,
Yes.
you're gonna want to keep that beautiful mug, so that when you see Haley again, she'll recognize you right off the bat.
I begin to cry and hug you.
Wow.
I'd love to wear your face, though, buddy.
I'd love to wear your face.
I'm gonna sit down, cross my legs, start taking notes. We had a major breakthrough.
Sounds like you are heading straight through the woods for the lake.
Mm-hmm.
You have seen, albeit on the eastern shore of the lake instead of on the western, that the apes do operate a number of small docks that they use to raft people to and from the islands in the middle of the lake that make up the ape habitat. As Pluto has indicated, I've gotten back into enjoying fudge, like homemade fudge, and it's just not brownies, but like the anyway.
Yeah, fudge. My grandma used to make butterscotch fudge, and it was incredible.
Yeah,
Butterscotch is my favorite flavor.
Yeah, that was like homemade butterscotch fudge. I had it like twice a year growing up. It was like such a treat.
You guys think this is like such a funny conversation to have while all the grocery stores are like fucking closed?
Yeah, they ain't got
Starving here,
fucking.
man.
They ain't got butterscotch fudge.
You want to do this at 10 o'clock at night? Why can't we do this at like 4?
You leave Pluto 53's den, climb up over the trail. He ranges a little ahead to let you know that it is safe to cross the open. You can see above you, in the distance, largely patrolling the inner fence between the dog territory, the badger territory, the increased drone presence that is doing some sort of reconnaissance here in the dog territory of Paradise Valley. You can cross over that trail with Pluto's guidance, slip into the tree line. Actually, everybody make me a stealth.
Yeah. The sneak?
Or sneak, yeah, I'm sorry.
It paid off. The investment has paid off. Oh, man, Hugh, I forget how sneaky you are. That's crazy. We need to start stealthing.
You didn't have to push. There are 3 successes and there's 3 of you.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about
I
that.
said that was just fail.
At least I assume Gamma will.
Oh, well, what are my options?
You can stun on
Leave
me
him
like
behind, I
crazy.
guess.
No, I'll grab I'll put a hand up and put your head back down as we're like hiding. Hold.
Oh fuck my ear.
They're so tall. You need to get like a piece of twine to hold them down.
If I don't actively think about like letting them be like put down, they just instantly stand up and then like do it. Okay.
You cross over the trail, slip into the woods. Things are unsteady. Not the ground, it's not shaking, there's no earthquakes. But clearly the increased presence of drones throughout the territory has set off all of the local wildlife. Nothing that seems aggressive, nothing that feels dangerous, but just everything is a little more still than you would expect in the middle of the morning on what is ultimately a fairly pleasant spring day. The rain has died out. The air is starting to warm, but not unbearable yet.
Are insects chirping?
It's not as loud as you'd expect, especially during the day, but there are the occasional calls of crickets or um, God, what are those fucking loud bugs? Cicadas.
Cicadas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love those.
I love those, yes.
I love that
Okay.
sound.
I mentioned this as my tongue shoots out and grabs a cicada and eats it, and I say, something has the bug spooked.
You.
No, something else.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna start looking around, right? As I look around, I see nothing but the one guy eating cicadas out the fucking full air.
Snatch another one. Yep. Something definitely got riled. All right, let's keep moving.
Let's go.
You travel for about an hour. The lake is certainly beyond the trees ahead of you, although not quite visible from where you are yet. The day has been quiet. The forest doesn't see a whole lot of activity from mutants going in. A lot of them stick to the trails or the road to make travel easier. So it is more than a little surprising when you can hear a very feeble kind of voice. You're not sure where the call is coming from, but you can just hear. And it takes you a second. Like it's not just that the voice is very, very weak or maybe it's distant. It's hard to say. It takes you a minute, and it's hard to say because it takes you a minute to realize you're not hearing. Nothing is hitting your ears. Someone is speaking directly into your mind. This is absolutely unheard of here in Paradise Valley. If each of you will make me a no nature check with a -1 modification.
Oh My God. Get out of my head!
Is that so? That's -1 to the base die.
-1 skill dice.
-1 skill dice. Okay. Oh,
I guess just or roll your no nature, and we ignore the farthest right skill die.
2. Oops.
Thank you.
Oh, that is. I don't know what that is, but it's not a success, no matter what.
Okay, and Ginkgo, you have no ranks in no nature.
None.
Okay, go ahead and roll 1 skill die because we will end up with those negative skill dice thing going on. I believe Adam has stepped away, so we will.
He did.
Okay, you're fine.
Well, I'm not fine because I don't know what the fuck just happened. You keep fucking with me tonight, man. You know that? You keep...
And it's nothing to worry about. One of those rolls that doesn't have any real consequence for failure.
Hey, man. I want you to be like, I consistently laugh at like a good amount of your jokes.
I was about to say
So,
I
like,
appreciate that, and then I realized you're just kind of.
okay, can I get at least a +1? Can I get a +1? Can I get a +1 for the joke?
Can you get a +1 for the joke?
I'm asking for
You
social
should
credit, not
remember.
in-game credit. I'm asking for social credit here.
There was a recap done. So somebody does have a reroll.
I think I probably have it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because I'll use that now
I
because
mean,
I don't even know. I don't even know what happened with that roll.
What is your no nature roll supposed to be? That's so weird that it ended up in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's because I clicked it and then added dice to it, but like I mean, obviously that's what happened, but I didn't know how I got there.
I like the symmetry.
Okay, I'll re-roll. It's just a 2 base die for me with the negative.
Okay, I see. It should have been. It's normally 2 and 1,
Normally 2 and 1. Yeah.
but with the -1 mod. Got it. Success.
Oh, okay.
I'll give Adam a few more minutes and then jump back.
Hey, cool to see the therapy get used after bringing it up over and over, right? Like to see it finally be able to like get like some spotlight. That was cool.
Oh, that's not how the like therapy shit work. I mean,
Adam,
technically,
go
it's how
ahead
like
and
you.
make a no nature roll with a -1 modification, so -1 skill.
Okay.
As you all have been walking through the forest, things have been relatively peaceful and uneventful until you hear until someone rather calls out very, very weakly, just saying, "Food." My mic is not picking that up.
Mhm.
Uh, requesting food very weakly, and it takes you a second to realize that you are not hearing this. It's a voice going directly into your head.
Don't like it.
Gamma has 1 success.
Oh,
There is
I'll use my reroll for recording the session.
okay.
Hey, can I push that roll and then like I'll always have that 1 success, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a base
I mean,
die, right?
you could take 1 point of. If you
Oh,
were to roll a
man.
1, it would be 1 point of
wits. I only have
of
2 wits.
doubt damage. So that's up to you. But I mean, you have 1 success, and that's all you need.
Nah.
So there is one creature vaguely known throughout Paradise Valley to have this ability. Most of the life here has strange abilities. Most of the air quotes on the term wildlife. A centipede snake is no exception. Perhaps one of the strangest creatures in all of Paradise Valley. It is unique among the non-animal mutants in that it is intelligent. It can speak. It does not have any vocal cords, and so it has developed the ability to speak minds. It is a predator. But it is not like a land shark where it's an animal predator. Where it is, just an unthinking, unfeeling, hunting creature. A centipede snake is intelligent, but they don't have like a civilization like the tribes. They don't have a family like you all have. The voice speaks again into your mind. Food. So weak. Please.
I am a little hungry.
Did you hear that?
Hmm?
Somebody's talking.
Yeah, you were talking about food. I could eat, for sure.
I think it's actually type of serpent or snake or centipede or some combination of those things.
The centipede steak.
Yeah, I think it's calling us food.
Oh, I'm looking around.
No, Ginkgo said he was feeling weak and he was hungry.
Kinko, make a scout roll.
Yeah. If I get a scout roll, I'm scared.
You got it.
Like,
He's got it.
Successes. Easy. You are deep in the forest, and there are very few sight lines that are not blocked by trees. But with 2 successes, you can catch not directly ahead of you, but off to the north to your left as you are walking east through the trees, a small building. Ruined, certainly. This is not something that has been built since the fall. This is the remains, the ruins of some small human structure. You can point this out to your comrades, and the centipede snake is known to
Is known to what?
live in those sorts of ruins. They prefer hills, ruins, that sort of thing.
uh, hey guys, I think I see it over there.
So, hold on. You posted Watership Down. When we were at the Sheep and Wool Festival, there was a vendor there who was selling bas reliefs they made, and there was one of a rabbit. I was talking to my mom. She's like, "I really like that one," and I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty neat. The art style looks a lot like Watership Down." And I did the whole like, uh, "You must be clever, Prince of 1,000 enemies. If they catch you, they will kill you. First, they must catch." Like the quote from Watership Down. And so she's picking him out later. I was like, "You didn't want to get the rabbit?" She's like, "No, you did." Like, oh, whoops.
I'm sorry.
My fault. Yeah, well, that's what you get for showing a 6-year-old Watership Down. As we were traumatized by the murderous rabbits.
Wait, you're saying you'd see its den?
Yeah.
So that. Sorry, go on.
I see it right there.
Okay, so that wasn't you talking about being hungry?
No, I never said I was hungry. Okay, I am a little
Oh,
hungry.
well, great. Now I'm hungry.
I was
Uh,
waiting for it. I knew it.
why the
I knew
fuck
it.
would you say that now, man?
We're all a little hungry, including it.
Get in fucking line. Oh my god. I don't know fucking. Okay,
We
let's get around it.
okay, or we feed it something
Our food?
or something.
Like what?
Hmm, I don't know. We could look around. What does Hugh? What does a centipede snake eat?
Um, uh,
Meat.
people?
People.
Us?
Us. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's calling us food.
Hey, but what if we tame it and ride it into battle?
Oh, you know what else it might eat?
Hmm.
Where's your little guy?
My face goes very serious. What little guy? What do you mean?
Your
You're my little
grove.
guy.
What are you talking? You don't remember your grove?
What grub?
You were talking to the bag.
Oh, all right.
Is my grub alive? I did mean to take care of it over the time. I just didn't say it.
Yeah, it sure is. It's real squirmy and real gross, but still alive.
Uh,
I scoop him up out of the bag, and hold him.
this is Timothy.
Hi, Timothy.
Oh, hey.
And I'm not feeding Timothy to this thing.
Well, you
Okay.
presented him, so
Timothy is a valuable member of the team.
Well, it's nice to meet you,
okay.
Timothy.
Do you want to
Maybe
hold
we.
him?
No,
Can we walk and talk?
that's okay. You know, walk and talk's a good idea, and I think to sort of yes and that idea, maybe walk and talk away from that building.
Hmm.
Hey, also, something sneaking up on me. Animal power. I'm ready.
Your ears are up.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Here, Timmy, get back in the bag. Okay, it's asking for help.
I'm not fucking helping it.
It's asking for help.
Okay, don't help it.
If a centipede snake was really here and hungry, it would have eaten us already if it could.
It's waiting for you to walk into it, man.
Hugh,
Buddy, this is how they hunt. He's not actually hungry. He's trying to play on our sympathies so that we go in there. And then he can fight us in his territory.
I gotta listen to ODB. It sounds
wow,
like,
yeah, that actually makes so much sense.
yeah.
It's a lesson we could
Whoever that
learn.
fucking ODB guy is, yeah, that guy.
Oh, do you know each other?
No, but y'all keep talking about him, so I'm assuming that's where he got this information from.
Hmm. No, I don't think you'd know anything about this. Yeah, I don't think you
Oh,
know anything about this one.
oh, okay.
In fact, I think Hugh taught him almost everything he knows.
So what did he do? I thought he was a fucking hunter.
He was the best.
What? So what did did he use like a boat? Why do you have me talk about my fucking character?
You're talking about him.
Uh,
You press on, ignoring the plaintive cries in your head, which fade after you move on few more, a few dozen more feet. It takes you another half hour or so before the tree line gives way. There is probably 50-ish feet between the trees and the shore of the large, scintillating, blue, sparkling, clear lake in the middle of Paradise Valley. A pair of islands connected by a bridge that you have seen. You've been through here. You've seen this before. You saw the the members of the Bear Tribe cell heading into Ape Town. Not that well. Actually, it was like over a week ago at this. Much the same as on the eastern shore. On this shore, there is a small wood that juts out from the beach into the lake, and resting on a small crate, leaning back against a tall pole sticking up out of the water, is a chimpanzee in what essentially looks like a baggy pair of brown trousers, a tattered and stained pinstripe suit, and suspenders. He is sitting on the edge of the dock against a post, staring out over the water, just sort of contemplating. Pluto, who is clutching his bag fairly close to him, just says, this is where I usually go. We can hop the ferry there, unless you'd prefer to swim. I don't recommend it. It's cold.
Oh, it seems pretty short to me. There's like a raft guy. Is
Yeah.
that where you're okay? Um, I'll kind of like step forward, wave a hand to get his attention. Excuse me. Is there anything in the uh, lake here that would eat me?
The chimpanzee turns slowly to regard you, gives you a look down and up. No, we don't eat your kind here.
Oh, I didn't mean you. I meant something in the water, big fish or something.
Oh, yeah. There's grazes in the water. I don't know if they're big enough to bother someone like you, but nah, you should be fine. Fine.
I turn to Hugh, who seemingly knows about these things. Hugh, what do you think? Safe to swim?
Can I make a no nature roll to determine whether it's safe to
Sure.
swim?
Everybody knows. Oh, geez, yeah. Everybody knows about troutlings. They are one of the most common fish in Paradise Valley. They can get up to a yard, sometimes 5 feet long, but they are not aggressive at all. There are things that live in this water. There are predatory fish that can get fairly large, but they're not much of a threat to anything your size. They mostly prey on other fish.
Yeah, I think it'd be just fine.
It's been too long. Here, hold my things. Um, Yeah, I'd like to swim across as they take the raft.
Okay. I will need. Feels more like a force check than anything because it's a solid distance out to the water. It is. I mean, you are a toad, so not out of your depth, but it is.
A frog. Thank you very much.
Oh, you are. That's right. You are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot. Piaf is the toad. My fault. How dare I? How could I?
How could you? Okay, force roll. Okay. Would this hang on,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I
Not
don't
force. Endure.
endure. Ted, would the sick boots apply to this? It's about hiking, but I don't
Yeah.
think
I don't imagine that they would help you here.
I don't think they would help either. Yeah.
If anything, I would think they would make things worse.
Yeah, I need my feet, my webbed toes.
Yeah, your webs are making
I mean, I would think they're
little
part
work
of
of
what
this.
he gives me to say, hold
I
on to my
agree.
stuff for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you're
agree.
you're clearly buck naked when you're getting into the.
Yeah. The
As with
last
every other time.
Yeah, I hand you my things, and then I say, "Oh, hold on." I reach into my bag. I take one drink of the invigorating potion, one dose, um, and then I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
It's cold. It's very cold.
Oh no!
Do you have ranks in endure? Because I did switch that to endure, but endure
Oh,
is
it's
also
the
a strength
same.
check.
It's the
Okay.
same. Yeah.
Yeah, you do make it across, but
There
he will
was
get to you
something big in
eventually. Before you actually do take off swimming, Pluto is rummaging around in his bag and gestures to the island over in the middle of the lake. Says to the chimpanzee, I'm trying to get across to trade. Is this?" And he hands a small corked bottle, and the chimpanzee, that'll cover you. Can I can take you across. Room for all of you. Your friend looks like he's keen to swim. What about the rest of you? You planning on swimming, or is there a little something for the trouble?
Sure. I've got just the thing, and I'll reach into my pack and pull out just the thing. Oh God! Oh God! That's It looks like it used to be a body, some small animal or something. That's not what I meant to get. Now let me look at my actual inventory. I got a day's worth of food.
He just holds out a big hand.
Yeah, I will give him a day's worth of food.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Uh,
Should have swam. Holy moly!
I don't know. Ration seemed pretty okay.
I can also give him one rash.
Okay. He is happy to take them. Just mark them off. Welcome. Welcome aboard old Galileo's raft. I will get you to the island. Just a few revolutions. He reaches, he wraps one long hand around the post, reaches out with a foot to hold the raft in place, gestures with his other hand to for everyone to board.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, climb onto this. It's a wooden. It's a fairly standard, what you think of as a wooden raft. Bunch of logs lashed together. There's a slight raised edge to the whole thing, like, two logs or log and a half, basically, to give you all somewhere to sit. And Galileo gets onto the back of the raft, has already started to dive into the rations. You all are fairly aware that the apes are herbivores here. They do not eat any sort of meat, and this comes down to the rations as well, as he begins to eat any of the portions that are, dried fruit, breads, things like that, and is just dumping the meat into the lake. And you can see a number of the troutling grazers swimming up to steal these bits. He takes a single large paddle and begins to sort of slowly make the trip across the water. So, what brings you all out here to the islands? I don't think I've seen any of y'all before.
Oh, we just came out here to really just look around, try to get a part of some trade.
Always
Y'all
interested in good trade.
just doing a little sightseeing and doing a little trade, seeing the sights. Y'all ain't the only ones. And he gestures with one long hand to a of drones flying above you, flying overhead.
Oh, that's nice.
Hey, will
Are you
ya-
all taking any pains to hide yourselves? Gamma, you're fine. You're in the water.
Worth it.
And Pluto does not have to worry. Although he does sort of just hunch down, face down.
I'm also like hunch down, face down.
Hey, will you look at that? That some awfully fine wood in this raft. It looks like it would salvage from something really spiffy. And I'll get on all fours and act like I'm inspecting the raft.
Can both of
Oh,
you make sneak rolls for me?
yeah. It's a time to be sneaky.
Okay, there's still time to be sneaky.
Yeah, I am
We'll
gonna
go
push it.
first. I got one.
Oh my goodness. The ruse,
Let's
the
go.
gambit.
Honestly, he got everybody on the boat.
Yeah.
Hugh just like lifts his bag above him. It just happens to be one of those old camo like hunter's bags, blends into the raft. You all don't know where Hugh has gone. Hugh has just disappeared. In fact, who? Hugh who? There's only ever been the two of you. I don't know if
There's me and Pluto, man. This guy's so good, I forgot you exist.
after the drone does in fact follow this raft for some time. Swoops low enough that you can actually hear it and you can see the reflection off the optic lenses on the front of it. Zips past you, turns around, stares at you, hovering in place. Seems to scrutinize the raft for some time before it decides it has not found anything that it's looking for and flies off. Galileo takes another handful of dried fruit. been about another week, maybe, these things been all over our lake. Seem to be bothering them dogs about as much as they're bothering us, but I don't know. Kind of strange. We haven't heard nothing out here, not recently anyway. I've heard rumors. Just, people talk on a raft. People talk to old Galileo.
Right.
Sort of peers at you. We haven't heard
I feel you.
anything definitive, though. Certainly nothing proven. You all, you heard anything in your trip to get here and do your trading and sightseeing?
Uh, can you say the first part again? I missed the first part.
He said it's been about a week now that the drones have been around. They haven't gotten any definitive news. Nobody's been able to figure out exactly what happened. He has heard rumors because everybody likes to talk to old Galileo, which is him.
Okay. And honestly, I ain't hear not much. I did hear about the cat tribe. Did hear about the cat tribe. They was going through something over there. Heard they was getting like harassed by the Watchers too.
Job of the Watchers to watch all over this valley, watch over all of us, I'm sure. So, them poor cats, they've had it rough from what I hear with that war with the rats.
Oh yeah, yeah. War with the rats can definitely be tough. Them, hey, you see me? I'm a hare. The rats make more. So
So much about your kind. Very rare for me to see one of your tribe out here. Seeing the
same way.
sights with your friends here, Wolf and remember the Badger tribe.
That's right. You don't see a lot of badgers out this way?
Not so much. Not so much. We mostly get dogs, couple bears. We've had a couple reptiles before. Your friend certainly likes to enjoy the water as much as most of them. All that is no never mind until Galileo. It's just my job to push this raft.
And how long
Nothing
have you
says
been
I
doing
can't do
that?
it with a friendly smile, and he gives you a smile of like the big chimpanzee smile with the uh, fairly oversized canines that are currently sporting all sorts of like chewed up fruit, chewed up bits of bread. He,
You mentioned that people like to talk to Galileo as you're doing your duty and ferrying them to and from the habitat. You also mentioned that you've heard some rumors about what the Watchers might be looking for. Care to share any of those?
well, way I heard it, and I may not exactly remember who passed this little bit along. Might have been those fox fellas. I don't. Might have been. Way I hear it is the Watchers are in a tizzy. They think they may have actually found a living human here in Paradise Valley. Can you imagine that? After all these years, I don't believe it if it's me. I don't think it's right. But that's what they said. Found him up in the north near the outer fence. Rat territory. Oh, Galileo doesn't believe it, but it might explain something. All right. They've gotten real busy lately. Them drones flying everywhere. Everywhere.
Now, ain't no way. There ain't no way. Now, pull my leg and call yourself a lucky son bitch, because there can't be no way that's true.
I think
I agree with you, but I'm just telling you what I heard. Man asked me.
Hewitt's left eye is involuntarily twitching as he tries to remain calm at the notion that there may be a living human somewhere in Paradise Valley. He says, "So, you mentioned that maybe some Fox fellas had said something about this?"
I think it might have been. It was like 4 or 5 days ago. I've had at least 20 or 30 trips since then.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I remember it was said. I don't necessarily remember who said it, but I'm pretty sure it was a fox. It was a little fella. Maybe
Bare minimum,
it was just a
like
really big
dog.
rat. It was just a really big rat.
Or a big rat. Okay.
Was it a rat or was it a fox? As I press another ration into his hand.
He looks down as you press more food into his hand. And, well, and he screws up his face a little bit as he's clearly thinking very hard and exaggerating the effort of thinking. Well, like I said, it was a little fella. Maybe smaller than me. Maybe a little bit smaller than you. Very skinny. Not much gray fur. Real pointed face. But now that you ask, and he takes a big handful of shoves it in his mouth. Now that you ask, I think about it. He didn't have pointed ears. No pointed to those ears, so that it must have had to be a rat.
All right. Okay. All right. So it's a rat.
4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days ago, there was what was that? Little fella, gray fur. Yeah, had them real big red eyes. Oh, he named himself. What did it? Zimmer. That was his name. Zimmer 17.
Zimmer 17.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, had to be a rat. A name like that had to be a rat.
All right.
I don't remember what he was coming. I mean, he was just coming here to do some trading as well. It didn't bring much. I don't think he left with much that he didn't come in with, to be honest. He's just he said he said what made him think that it was right that there was humans up there was, well, a human up there was those them watchers had all kinds of the road just blocked off. Nothing, no one going in and out. Well, no big groups going in and out, and a single person waiting in line half the day just to get out. He said he snuck through one of the holes in the fences. Fences. Imagine that. Imagine needing fences.
I hadn't thought about that before. It must be kind of nice to have a natural barrier. one that
Everything we need right here on these 2 islands. As he says islands, there is a thump of wood against wood as the small raft connects with one of the docks on the western side of the smaller 2 islands. As he did before, he sort of wraps one long hand, one of the posts sticking out of the water, wraps wraps one of his feet and the other hand around the edge of the raft and holds it steady. Yes, sir. Everything I need right here. And
this is when we found out we actually didn't hit the dock. We actually just hit Gamma on the way here.
Gamma, you have been able to grab onto this raft any time that you have gotten tired while swimming, which it turns out happened quite a few times. But, you can just grab onto that raft or hang on to the bottom. The water is bracingly cold. It's painfully cold, as a matter of fact. Still beautifully crystal clear. There is all kinds of life swimming around in this lake.
Ooh. Are there any underwater caves to gain access to the island from underneath?
There are not. The lake is. I'm trying to see if it ever says how deep the lake actually gets.
There any secret ape chambers beneath the water surface?
There are not.
Hmm.
This is a very big lake, but most of the bottom is just fairly smooth or covered in plant. There's no caves. It's not like the ocean.
No octopus tribe in the lake?
No octopus tribe in the lake.
Okay.
We're gonna find a bat tribe one day.
Yeah. They hit ground. I have been holding on for dear life for the last like 15 minutes. And the whole time just like, please don't see me. Please don't see me. They hit ground and then I like kind of hop up and pretend like I just got out of the water and arrived.
It is about a mile of swimming. Like the lake is about 3 miles across.
Yeah, I'm super tired.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
It has
very
been
tired.
a lot of swimming. Now,
Yeah,
you're
brutal.
still a
It was
frog.
brutal.
But
Yeah, I'm still a frog. It was look, it was a lot longer than I thought. And I swear there was something nibbling at me occasionally. Oh, hey. You guys just get here? I've been here a little bit.
wow, you sure can swim.
Yep. I don't think you're taking that away from me anytime, Ginkgo.
I don't think I am. Oh my god.
you actually land on the larger of the 2
Hey, you should be careful of hypothermia. I'm not sure.
I somehow have teeth that are chattering.
It's actually worse than that because since you don't have the teeth, it's just making that popping noise over and over.
Hey, Kingo, can I talk to you over here for a second?
Yeah, I got you. Okay, that's all.
Hey, hey, there was something in the water for sure that bit me. I'm actually kind of messed up. You got
What
any
kind
more
of
of that
mess?
juice?
How are you messed up?
Oh, I'm like very injured.
Physically hurt?
I'm physically hurt, my man.
None of those heal that.
Hmm?
Yeah, all the potions I have here, fatigue right here and doubt.
Oh, come on, man. I know you got the stuff. Come on.
No, I don't have. You know what I got for you? Yeah. You know what I got? Hold up.
Hmm.
Put your hand up.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my hand in your hand, bloom it out, slide it out, and dap you up. There you go, man. I got you.
That was amazing. How did you do that?
Uh, just want to say, been taking notes about the reptile tribe. Handshake. Wanted to make one for the rabbit tribe.
I
Yeah,
think you're gonna go. You have a bright future ahead of you, Ginkgo.
I hope I do.
But I don't, because I'm dying. Please.
Oh, I'm gonna have that takes me time. I generally take time, or I can.
Okay. All right. I'll make it through the day.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. That's right.
You find yourself on the larger of the two islands in the middle of the lake. A very green pair of islands, overrun with tall grasses, taller trees. The two islands are connected by a suspension rope bridge. It is busy here. There are roughly about 180-ish members of the ape tribe. Equal numbers of gorillas, orangutans, and chimpanzees. Large individuals for the most part, all of whom seem to have kind of self-divided into their respective animal group. There is ahead of you load. There we go.
You there, Ted?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The scene has switched. This is a
Cool.
little more zoomed in than I would like. Actually, let's see if I can edit that. That I can.
Guys, I'm playing the Planet of the Apes soundtrack.
Nice.
Think if I do that. Okay, if you go to tactical mode, you will be out of the exact same image, but you can zoom in and out and get a sense of where you are. You all are standing on the edge of that dock. The building towering ahead of you. You can see off to your left the rope bridge that connects the two islands together.
Okay.
The smaller island has two smaller buildings than the one that you have. The one to the left is actually a greenhouse, a structure entirely made out of glass. There's no solid walls, and you can see even for all the trees on the island, there are yet more trees within the greenhouse. All over the place, scattered across the island, are iron climbing frames, like think of a jungle gym type of structure, none of which is lacking occupants, all of which have small clusters of usually chimpanzees or orang on them. The large building ahead of you is see the most life and the most non-apes. And I say the most, but there's only really a handful of them other than yourselves. Milling about doing the business they've come here to do. Trade. Galileo ties the rope to ties the raft to the dock with a length of rope. I'll make the trip back out every every hour or so. Stay there for an hour, come back. So worst case scenario, you just miss me. I'll be back in a couple hours. Or you can swim, like your friend there. Well done, by the way. That's a distance.
Piece of cake.
But you need anything? You need to get back. You need to get back ahead. You just find Galileo. And he settles down, much like you saw him before, onto his raft. Leans back against one of the pillars of the dock and just stares out over the lake. All around you, there are a number of other apes going about their business. You actually see scattered here and there on the slopes, a number of the apes are fishing, even though it is commonly known and accepted in Paradise Valley that the apes are all vegetarian.
Do you think they eat the fish?
That's a real interesting question.
Hey, you
Right.
eat the fish or what?
Trade it. People come here, they can
Trade.
get food.
Hey, we need food. Can anyone fish?
They give you a look like, really? Really? You think that? Really? Here? On our island? You want to fish, you better get back across the lake.
Not everybody eats meat, man.
Okay, I'll take that as a no. I am hungry though.
We see if someone has berries here,
Berries?
or vegetables or something.
Oh, sure.
You're looking for fruit. This is the place to come. The familiar voice of Ringo.
Ringo, my
Making his
man.
way down from the large building, heading down the docks. He has a bag over one shoulder and a small barrel tucked under one arm. The hell's a lot of you doing out here?
I give him the reptile shake.
He sets down the barrel, gives you the reptile shake.
I could say the same thing. I thought you were in Cat Town.
And I was in Cat Town, like over a week ago. Took your friend up there. They were not happy to see him, let me tell you. But he convinced them that he was there to help.
Yeah.
I got out before the Watchers hit. I hope your friend's okay. I haven't been up
I'm,
since then.
Huh.
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah. He knows this. He knows his shit.
How
How
was that?
What was that?
How about yourself?
I'm just here doing some trading. I managed to score myself, and he opens up he sets down the bag and picks up the small barrel again and opens up the lid, and it is just full of berries. Full of raspberries and blackberries and currants. Not everybody gets this kind of stuff. You'd be surprised how sought after these are, even in town, Rabbit Town, even Bear Town right now.
I like kill for
Go on, have a handful.
Oh, I'm taking me a handful.
Yeah, I take some.
as do I. Thanks, Ringo.
I give one to Timothy the grub.
How long have you been on this island trading?
My face is like half purple.
Hell yeah.
I got here last night, but nobody was. It was a little late. Not everybody was still open trading, so I just sort of crashed here.
Do you
Everybody
swim?
likes Ringo. Me, God, no.
Hmm.
I'm not a swimmer. You know that.
You should have seen it. My man here swam the entire. We had to take the raft, but he swam the entire way, like it was nothing. Go ahead. Why don't you show him? Show him what a great
Hmm?
swimmer you are.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
And humble too. See, he doesn't even want to show off, even when I invite him
No.
to.
Do
You know,
I
I just
see any?
ate. You know, you shouldn't swim when after eating.
Do I see any symptoms of hypothermia catching on to him? By the way,
No, he's fine.
Severe, extreme.
Right. The weird thing is, we do see a sign of hypothermia. His lips have actually turned like pink from their natural blue.
Yeah, they're getting warmer.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Can everybody make me a sense emotion check?
oh yeah.
Yeah. He's poisoning us.
Nope, you all succeed. As you have been standing here talking to Ringo and conversing loudly and enjoying the fruit that he has offered to you, the apes have been going about their business all around you. A number of them, like I said, fishing off the shores. They are swinging on the various contraptions that are set up. You can see them in the trees. As your conversation goes on, every single one of you can feel that they are watching you. They are not trying to be obvious about it, but it is clear that pockets of each of the three groups of the ape tribe, pockets of orangutans, pockets of gorillas or chimpanzees, are keeping an eye on you. There is obvious sort of tension going on as the occasional member of any group is whispering to their companions, looking at you, looking to the other members of their own tribe, gorillas looking to you, looking to the orangutans, looking to the chimpanzees, leaning in, talking to their compatriots. There's a bit of shuffling so that nobody is looking at all of you over and over again. They're just sort of changing out, making sure that, trying not to be obvious. But you all can sense it. You all can feel it. Joe says, so, no, really, though. It's got you all out here. Things are a little wild all over the... Guessing that,
We coming to, I guess, acquire new jacket.
slowly nods with understanding. Oh. Yeah. Hey, I hear Largo, one of the gorillas. I hear she's real interested in a jacket.
Okay, Largo.
Yeah, Largo shouldn't be that hard to spot. Really lives up to his name. And he stretches out one hand like above his head, kind of steps up on his toes. She's not hard to spot.
She's into fashion.
Yeah. Real into jackets, I think. I think you'll have a lot in common on. Looks like the raft just got here. It's not going to go out for a while. I introduce you.
Yeah, I greatly appreciate that.
Of course. Lead the way.
Second, he goes down to the end of the dock, sets down the barrel in the bag, pulls a sizable apple out of the bag and tosses it to Galileo.
He had
Just
apples in there.
Yeah, just don't let nobody steal that, eh, Galileo? Hey, Ringo, you even have to. I'm hurt that you would even ask. Yeah, well, that includes yourself. I know what's in that bag, Galileo. All right, you three. Come on, we're gonna have to go across the bridge. Nobody's
I was all here for the fucking the self banter, man. In all reality, we knew this conversation would last at least 20 more minutes.
Yeah, we'll have to go through the large building there. We need to get out onto the gestures vaguely towards the cliffs to the east. Largo's usually up there with a couple of friends.
Excellent. Hey, who's in charge here?
Oh, the council. It's 9 total. 3 gorillas, 3 chimps, 3 orangutans. Why you? I don't think most of them are into jackets. I don't think they're looking to trade in that. So
Oh,
follow me.
I'm just asking. Do you know any of them?
Not personally. I mean, I've seen some of them. They don't do
Cool.
much trading. I know the orangutans. They're mostly the elders, like the oldest. I mean, they don't do a whole lot. They have others to do for them. The younger members of the orangutan clan families.
I see.
He leads you through the large building at the top of the wooden dock, or not at the top of, but past the top of the wooden dock. There is a bottom level with a rigorous amount of trade going on. This looks like it was some sort of storage facility, perhaps, back when the humans were here. And instead, now that all those boxes have been emptied, they have turned it into little market stalls. It looks not entirely dissimilar to what you've seen at the lodge, but it is considerably smaller in both size and in scale. There's only actually a few vendors here, and most of them are food. And business doesn't look all that great right now. Pluto excuses himself. I need to get those supplies. I'm running out of food, but I'll wait for you at the dock.
Right. Keep your head on a swivel.
Eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
Widens his eyes.
Mind's clear. Mm-hmm.
Find booze.
Fine booze. I'll see what I can do. Ringo leads you through the market and into the large kind of barn-looking structure. A number of the original purposes of this building have been lost or dismantled. But he leads you up to a rickety upper floor that eventually leads out onto some of the cliffs behind the building. And he navigates you past a couple of groups of gorillas, all of whom look at you with curiosity until they spot Ringo and just sort of quietly turn their heads and go back to what they were doing. And he leads you up to the farthest part of the cliff, overlooking the water to the east. You can see the bear habitat off in the distance, to a group of 3 gorillas. It is not difficult to pick out which one is Largo. Towering above the other 2, the 2 that she is with are listening raptly as she is discussing the you can hear her discussing the dwindling food supplies that they understand they have to trade for the things that they really need, but they do need to survive as well. The other gorillas are nodding along. She has them enraptured. They are respectfully paying attention, and she looks up as the 4 of you approach and looks right at Ringo. Didn't think I'd be seeing you again. Ringo just nods very respectfully. Thought you might want to meet my friends here. They're here
How you
on
doing?
they're here on trade business. This is, well, you all can introduce yourselves. This is Largo. She has definitively no number attached to her name. He just calls her Largo. This is Largo. She's kind of in charge here in the gorilla's territory. Largo, this is everybody. Gestures for you to introduce yourselves.
Hello. Bieber 93, seer of the terrarium.
Dalton's 20, specialist of the rabbit tribe, healer.
I'm Iserman, 19. I like finding things.
He nods respectfully to each of you as you introduce yourselves. Just by way of a seer and 12th order. That's very impressive. Oh, I've never met a member of the rabbit tribe. You all rarely come for us. Come for our supplies here. Fascinating. It's nice to see another herbivore. Welcome. We'll have plenty that you'll be able to eat here.
Thank
Oh,
God.
Iserman. Find Iserman as in, isn't your leader an Iserman? Didn't he go missing?
Yeah. No, that was just a rumor. He was just out on a long hunt. He's fine. That's my dad.
That's my dad.
Well, I'm very glad he made it back from his hunt all right.
Yeah, so am I. We were worried for a bit, but hey, Bieber 93 here sells himself short. He's not just an impressive seer. He's an impressive swimmer, the best I've ever seen. Almost as good at swimming as he is at seeing.
Really? Afraid none
What
of my
can I-
kind are much swimmers, so it's very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, if you need anything, maybe something got dropped in the water or something, or you think something's down there, I bet Bieber 93 could find it for you. I mean, between his swimming skills and his seeing skills, oh boy.
Oh yeah, He gets deep.
Be happy to help.
Well, I might take you up on all that. So, what do the friends of Ringo need with myself?
We're looking for jackets.
Jackets, you say? Well, she looks to the at each of the other two gorillas and gives them each a nod, and they nod at her, turn, and start to walk off. Jackets, you say? I'm afraid I looks over at Ringo, who very, very barely inclines his head. I
We
see. Well, if Ringo says says that you're on the up and up, then that I think we can talk.
Great. I was thinking like the same kind of look, but with a hood.
Hmm.
With a hood. Okay. Well, I think you'll find that around here things are little hoods are a little bit of a sore subject. They're not quite as in fashion as perhaps I think they should be.
Oh, what a weird thing to say. Okay.
we you understand you've recently had a visit from sizable representation of the Watchers.
Oh, yes, we had some real excitement here not too long ago, as a matter of fact.
And how's everybody here feel about that?
Watchers are gonna do what the Watchers are gonna do. No real way to predict them, but well, as the council around here says, the Watchers are our protectors.
From what?
Oh, who knows? That's just the way. That's just the way it's always been, right? She kind of narrows her eyes, looks around. I will just ask that you keep any sort of talk real quiet. It is, like I said, it's a bit of a sore subject here. Not a lot of us have moved past the old ways. Certainly, the most of the orangutans haven't, but I have. Most of my people have. Well, if it was me to say, if it was for me to say and me to say alone, I don't think all them watchers would have made it off my island. But it wasn't for me to say. And also, they fly, so.
Hmm.
What,
What?
what's brought y'all out here to Ape Town? What's brought you out here to my island?
Look at people like you.
We need allies.
Co-conspirators.
And guns if you have them.
Gun. Look around you out here. We we barely have anything. One of the most dangerous things you're going to find out there is a fishing pole. We got a few things, but she sort of stretches and arms up above her head and then brings them down and just flexes massive bicep.
Sun's
We
out,
work with
guns
what we
out.
have here. She leans in and her voice gets quiet, and she says, "Now look now look here, you all. If it was up to me, this whole tribe would be part of that fight, helping out the resistance. There's plenty here who would be happy to do that, but fact is, there's just as many who would not want to. But if you can get the ear of Boa 21, it's one of the orangutans. He's the head of the council. I mean, as much a head as any of them, but he's the sort of de facto speaker for the council. If you can convince him, well, the whole tribe will follow him in.
So we convince him to give us his ear, then we bring his ear to you.
That's not what I mean. Without his blessing, there's no way that any of us can join in the efforts to free us from the Watchers. Something. Well, I mean, if Ringo's bringing you here, then I know that that's something you all want. Y'all want. But for any of us to help you, Boar 21, and she gestures over towards the smaller island, off to the west. He's almost certainly in that little greenhouse of his. A lot of the food, a lot of the supplies we get, it all comes out of that green. That's part of what gives him such political power. But fact is, most of the people here respect him. If you can convince him, then perhaps we can find a way to help you.
Could I have a sidebar with my compatriots?
She nods and goes over to another of the groups of gorillas. One of the gorillas that had been with her before is in this group, and they just nod and keep chatting.
This is a pretty good deal, guys.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy.
I mean, I could cut an ear off if it came to it.
I think you're taking it a little too literally there, Gamma.
I know she
think-
wants us to
Yeah,
convince him.
I convince him. Oh, oh, oh! I thought she meant cut his ear off, and I'd make the slicing his throat gesture with my thumb.
I mean, look, maybe we have to do both.
Now we can definitely. You're right. We can definitely convince him.
I mean, okay, so we convince an old orangutan that the future, and then we get the whole ape tribe.
Yeah, be great. A huge win for the resistance.
You know what would also be a huge win? Going back and helping that poor centipede snake out. Can you imagine how much damage we could do to the Watchers with it?
Yeah, we can maybe make that one of the ape's first responsibilities.
Oh, their first mission.
Right. Tame a centipede snake and
Tame
recruit
the
it
centipede snake.
into the resistance.
Recruited into the resistance.
We can't lose.
Mm-mm.
It seems like
So,
a. Oh, go ahead.
oh, uh, so how do you think we should approach it? Introduce ourselves? Just go in, or should we try to learn a little bit about this person?
Oh, well, trying to do a little recon can't hurt. And then, based on what we learn, we'll find out what might make him sympathetic to the cause.
That's a great idea, Hugh. This is why you're the idea guy.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'll just do what I can. Thanks, Gavin.
All right.
I'll like cough to get her attention or sidebar over.
We're
Margot
in.
walks. Oh, well, that is just fantastic. I can't take you over there myself, but there's a little bit of tension between us. You understand? But Ringo should be able to get you in, right, Ringo? Yep.
What? Hold on a second. What do you mean tension?
Oh, well, I mean, if you haven't noticed, there's just sort of tension between the various groups of the ape tribe right now. The orangutans are keeping to themselves in their gardens, the chimps in their playgrounds, and we gorillas are over here doing what we do, minding our business. Just
You can kind of
it's
smell the
the
funk in the air. There's something going on. She is right.
yeah. There's something to be said for all of the drones. And almost as if on cue, there is the loud whir of rotors like zipping by.
You know, I seen this guy right here take out one of those one rock.
Hey, whoa, please keep your voice down.
Well, my
Cannot be
voice is
talking
down.
about absolving the assault in the watches.
I thought you said it was cool.
I said that most of us are cool with it, but there's
Right.
still just as many.
Who here isn't cool? Who are you letting in? That's not cool right now.
Around here, everybody's cool. And she gestures vaguely in the direction of the few small groups of gorillas around her. But on the island as a whole, and you never know who's out listening or who's. She gestures down the cliffs and over to the trees, out and about. You got to be careful. That's all.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's still impressive. It's very one rock, huh? One rock took down one of those flying morays. That's very impressive. Hugh Eiserman. Wait, have you ever introduced? No, you have not introduced yourself. So she
Yeah,
does this thing.
Yeah, doesn't she know? Oh yeah, not by that name. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought like she didn't know who Hugh was.
I was trying to remember if Hugh had said the name Hugh, but I don't believe any of you
I have not. Yeah.
have done yet. So she says that's very impressive, Eiserman 19.
Yeah, it was a lucky shot, but better to be lucky than good. Best to be both.
Ooh, I like you. I like you. I think we are all going to get along just fine.
I do too, and we're gonna make sure we get along with 421 as well. You have any advice for us?
Yeah, he prefers folks who are just straightforward and not candid. What's the opposite of candid? Do I mean
Guarded?
candid?
I think you mean candid.
I think I
right?
do mean candid. Yeah, who are
Yeah.
just straightforward and open and honest. You just tell him why you're here, tell him what's going on, and he will respect that. He's one of the older members of our tribe, and so he really appreciates folks not wasting his time.
Wonderful.
It is 12:37. This feels like a reasonable stopping point. You have arrived in Ape Town. You have met. You have bumped into Ringo, your friend from the Resistance. You have met Largo, the kind of de facto, if not entirely official, leader of the guerrilla faction of the ape tribe.
Good Lord.
And she has directed you over to what is essentially the elder of the, I mean, not the solitary, but one of the elders of the ape tribe as a whole.